Hey, what's up, my Dragon Legion? How y'all been? So, Dragoons, today we're going to be doing a CardFight Vanguard deck profile of my current Asyl Dragon deck profile for the upcoming when the set of Vanguard set 2016 comes right about by when we're allowed 16 strides total in our stride deck. So I want to tackle onto trying a deck that I don't think too many people will see coming in this type of era of Vanguard, and that is, of course, Asyl Dragons. Now, Asyl Dragons, I kind of see them as kind of the underdog deck of this era of Vanguard right now. Now, obviously, I don't see them being top tier material, but I do see, with the Kagero gaining a little bit more support, with the recent trial deck upcoming very shortly, or actually that just went by recently, I feel like Asyl Dragons will actually have a very good chance standing up against some certain big huge decks every here and there, and it does have some very interesting retirement power, followed by with some very interesting board control abilities that a lot of people like to underlook about Asyl Dragons about here and there. And with with us now being allowed to use 16 strides total, I feel like Asyl Dragons will take advantage. Some of the cards in particular, they're going to be with the strides all as such. And yeah, Asyl Dragons will just have fun doing what Asyl Dragons do about best. So yeah, I'll be explaining my choices for those of you who don't understand my choices, and explain to you all what's been going on with my deck as of late. As always, for those of you who are just here to net deck, I did leave the deck list in the description down below for those of you who are here just here to net deck. I only ask that you drop a like on your way out. It's very appreciative and it means a lot to me. And with that being said, let's move on straight into the deck profile right now, Shadow Dragoons. Alright, start off with your Forerunner. Start off with your one Steel Dragon Weathercloth. I know a lot of people keep on saying that Weathercloth isn't really that useful, but again, just like Steel Dragon in general, I feel like the Weathercloth is kind of an underrated card as well. Just the fact where the Weathercloth can just go right into your Solar Vanguard, and then pop up a rear guard, and then force your opponent out, bring on another greed too. Can definitely help this deck out go long ways here and there. And I feel like, and the Weathercloth just happens to help the deck speed up with the plays here and there, and it just helps allow you to do some really nice, cool plays that your deck really needs to do. And Weathercloth just happens to help out with some scenarios that happen to relate to stuff such as that. Excuse me. And now for your trigger lineup, we have, of course, your all the trigger lineups is pretty much the Asyl Dragon lineup triggers right here. We have the 4 heal triggers right here, which is even more crucially important than it's ever been, with the G Guardians being a thing, all that such, of course, followed by what heal does in general, of course. And then for the draw trigger lineup right here, not draw trigger, pardon me. For the rest of the trigger lineup, we have the 4 draws, and of course the 8 critical right here and such. Now this is very important right here and such, because with Asyl Dragons being a sort of speak a rogue deck and Vanguard was, I feel like Asyl Dragons is kind of a type of deck that really needs to jump a few extra hoops than most other decks in order for it to hold its own against those other decks. And it's very crucially important that you play the 8 criticals just so you can do so very well. But this trigger line over here is very important right here, because this guy can be put in Solar Vanguard, so you can choose one unit, gain 3 other power, and when this card is called to rearguard circle, this card allows you to unflip 1 damage for every grade 2 your opponent is controlling. So you are going to be heavy counter blasting every now and then, and this card just happens to say, oh hey man, you need some card counter blasting in order to do so? No problem, I'm going to just call me, and then I will allow you to be able to use your resources again, which is no problem at all. So yeah, this is why it's very important to play this trigger line right here instead. Spoiler alert, everything in this deck right here is all Asyl Dragons except for Lawful Dragon, because even though striding is more important right here and all that such, well, a lot of things that people will underlook about Asyl Dragons is that Asyl Dragons does have some great utility abilities when they're striding, just as good when they're not striding as well. That's a lot of the Asyl, and that's something that people like to underlook about Asyl Dragons. And in order for you to get your consistency plays going with your being able to get your access to your Asyl Dragon plays, it is very crucially important that you make your deck as much non-Asyl Dragon based as much as possibly can. However, if Eradicators are willing to play some non-Asyl Dragons, or non-Eradicators, pardon me, I think in today's era of Vanguard, it does say that I should probably not be biased and try at least a few non-Asyl Dragons, see where the deck goes from there. So anyways, Now for the grade 1s. For the grade 1s, we have, of course, the 4 Seal Dragon Perfect Guards. Even if I were to tag along to that idea I said earlier, I still feel like the 4 Seal Dragon Perfect Guards is very crucially important because, again, you do want Seal Dragons to counterblast and you want to do stuff. The only non-Seal Dragon of the entire deck, we have 3 Lava Flow Dragons because, of course, we're going to be striding, and this helps you get easier access to your strides. 3 Seal Dragon Gariserge. Pardon me if I botched the name out very hardly. This allows you to, when he's boosting any unit, Counterblast 1, the additional unit he's boosting gains 2,000 power for every grade 2 your opponent is controlling. So, massive, huge power boost. And this card boosts your Vanguard. Your Vanguard could be swinging with some very big, huge numbers. And what's really interesting about this card right here is that it doesn't matter if your Vanguard is a Steel Dragon or not. Well, it does matter if your Vanguard is Steel Dragon, but if your Vanguard is Steel Dragon, it doesn't matter what you stride into, even that unit is not a stride. Since the heart is a non-Steel Dragon, you will get this card's ability boost up your current Vanguard that's currently in stride, and your stride unit Vanguard will get even more additional power and even more stronger from then, so you can be more likely to hit those big numbers right out the bat. And next up, 3 Kaiseries, pitch 1, draw 1, when he's called Rearguard Circle. Nothing really too special right there. And then the 1 Steel Dragon Spirit Malakupa. Again, apologize if I botched the name wrong. Japan has pretty much proven that you don't need multiple copies of Instant Limit Breaks. Just the one copy of Instant Limit Break, it's all you really need. And yeah, just being able to use your Limit Break ability without waiting until your damage is at 4, it's very helpful and very powerful. And it helps Steel Dragons go a long ways, even in this current meta right every now and then, in case something happens where we're not able to do stride, and we could even have 3 or less damage. And that is it for the grade 1s. Now for the grade 2s. For the grade 2s, we still play 4 of the Steel Dragon Corduroys. Pretty much a weird slash awesome version of Berserk Dragon with this deck right here. Counterblast 1 Steel Dragon, we just call it Rearguard Circle. Retire 1 of your opponent's rear guards, and then look at top 4 of their deck and make them call a grade 2. Now, him and Weathercloth are pretty much the only 2 units, as far as I know, that has this type of ability in particular. And I'm surprised Steel Dragons don't really have that much abilities and such. Bushy Road, if you're watching this video, could you do us Steel Dragon players a favor and give us at least 1 or 2 other units in particular that has this type of similar ability, please? I feel like it would really help those Steel Dragons a lot go a long way. So anyways, this is still good right here for now. And the next set, we play 4 of our 12k Steel Dragon 12k attackers. Really, really too special right here. And then next set, we play 3 Flame Star Steel Dragons. Nothing really too special about this guy right here, but he's very useful. His ability is Counterblast 1. And by the way, you don't have to counterblast a Steel Dragon. You just have to have a Vanguard with Steel Dragon in order to go off the skill of this guy's ability. Anyways, if you have Vanguard with Steel Dragon, you may pay the cost. If you do, all your opponent's rear guards cannot intercept this turn. So it's a very nice, useful ability. Because in case something happens where for some reason you're not comfortable with retiring your opponent's front row units, if you want to reserve the back row, if you want to reserve the front row units for your opponent, and then to go for the back row units, no problem. Just use guys' ability, and then you don't have to worry about your opponent intercepting. And it's also a very nice ability because not only things will go your way, and in case you don't get the heavy grade 2 retirement, he's there to give your Steel Dragons more little extra boost power, just in case the things don't go your way. Just a little smudge of a little bit. And that right there was the grade 2s. Now for the grade 3s. The grade 3s haven't really changed at all. The grade 3s are still spawned exactly the same since the last time I've done the video on this deck right here. For the grade 3s, 3 Weathercloths, your Break Ride of this deck right here, and of course, the heart and soul of the main deck of this deck right here. 3 Hellfire Steel Dragon Blockade Inferno right here. The Break Ride is still good because you probably don't need the Break Ride as often, but it's nice to have around just in case. Keep your Vanguard some extra pump power and just go in there with some heavy numbers here and there, and also give you some really nice retirement power every here and there in case you want to take out something your opponent has. And also, it does have the ability where after you retire 2, you force your opponent to look at top 4 and call 2 grade 2s. So it does help what you need to do the most, especially when you stride into your Crossorigin, of course. And of course, Blockade Inferno, because we all know what Blockade Inferno does. Blockade Inferno is still a great card nonetheless. Count Blast 2, as long as they're Asyl Dragons, they retire all your opponent's grade 2s, and this bad boy will gain 10 of power as well. Whew. And that's it for the main deck. Now for the strides themselves, the ideal key card for the entire deck right here. 4 Heredity Asyl Dragons Crossorigin. For those of you who do not know what he does, count as 1 and then flip any card face down for damage, face up, not damage, strides, pardon me. And then retire 1 grade 2 for every copy of him face up in your stride zone. And then your opponent will call up to that many grade 1s after they look at the top 4 cards of their deck, and call up to that many grade 2s after this guy's ability. So, really nice, gives you heavy retirement, gives you some nice board presence, and gives you nice field control here and there. And also, nice thing that's really nice about this guy is that in case if you don't want to stride next turn, after you stride him and you retire off, let's say, a good portion of grade 2s later on with this guy's ability, you can just have Blockade Inferno, and your opponent still has grade 2s when turn comes. You can just have Blockade Inferno, just pop all the rear guards right out back right after that. And then next up, we have the 4 Nouvelles. This is really great because after the heavy retirement your Asyl Dragons do, you just stride into this guy, and then this guy just gives you the ability where while he's attacking, your opponent cannot drop anything grade 1s, so it stops your opponent with using perfect guards, and this gives you some huge increasable amount of chances to go for game right there. And for the final strides, we have the 4 Roof Flare Dragon Kings. I know a lot of people say that Roof Flare isn't as necessary as it used to be, but personally, I feel like Roof Flare still has potential, and he still has a chance to be a good card nonetheless. Just the fact that he doesn't require counterblasting or any discard, whatever such, in order to activate his ability, just 1 Persona Flip, and that's it. And you can choose a column until 2 rear guards of that column get retired. It's really nice because there are those annoying rear guards that just happen to conveniently have abilities where they can't be targeted, and that's one of the downfall. And that's one of the things Asyl Dragons do struggle with now. Then, if they deal with a rear guard that says it can't be targeted, it does hurt this deck a little bit because you do want to pop it, and oddly enough, Asyl Dragons don't have a way to pop it up. That's where Roof Flare comes in, and Roof Flare will just be a answer to that. So in a way, Roof Flare becomes a really nice tech. And then finally, the rest of the stride deck, we have this is supposed to be 4 copies of the Kagero G-Guard. I don't remember what his name is. He's the one where we first call the Guardian Circle. He gains 5,000 power as long as your opponent has 4 or less rear guards, which is normally pretty simple, easy when it comes to Kageros in general. And yeah, this is I don't know what other options go for G Guardians besides just that. And I did recently order him, so he will be on his way very shortly. Anyways, I don't know any other options to play for G Guardians right now at the moment. I feel like right now, just that card I said in particular seems like the best option so far, but we'll have to see how things will work out in the near future. Get out of here, bug. I said get out of here. And yeah, Dragoons. That right there was my Kagero Asyl Dragon Stride deck profile for after post set 2016. A lot of things that deck still needs to work out for, and as I said during the video, I did say I was going to try to be not as skeptical as I normally am with this deck right here, and I will probably consider trying out a few non-Asyl Dragons, see what happens, all that such. But nonetheless, this build does have potential. At least I think so. At least. And is that another bug? Oh no, it's just Redmond. Never mind. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the deck still has potential regardless, and it's still a fun deck regardless. It's definitely not gonna be top tier competitive wise, but it's still fun for casual reasons. If it doesn't ever work out competitively, it definitely does have a lot of potential for at least casually. And with that being said, let me know what your Dragoons think about this deck profile in the comment section down below, and I'll see you Dragoons around. Hope you Dragoons enjoy this video. Please leave a like and a favorite if you did, and share this video to other people. And it really helps me out a lot. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter to keep up with latest updates about myself and this channel, and subscribe today to become a part of the Dragoons Alliance. And I'll see you Dragoons another day. Christian Dragoon, signing out. Peace.